So I want to show you how easy it is to make almond milk. A lot of people don't drink dairy or are dairy intolerant, are looking for alternatives to what they can drink or what they can use in place of dairy for recipes. Almond milk is a great choice. However, there are a lot of preservatives with the store-bought stuff. If you are looking to buy store-bought or if it's for convenience purposes, I really like this one by Silk. True Almond has lots of flavors too. They have a vanilla. I like their unsweetened. Their chocolate is the best. It's so good. But I do like to make my own because then there's no preservatives whatsoever. It lasts in your fridge 4 or 5 days. You can actually freeze it as well. So I'll show you how easy it is. It's literally just almonds and water. So I like to make a 3-to-1 ratio. I find it's nice and creamy. If you like it a little thicker, you want more cream base. If you like it a bit more watery, you can dilute it a bit more. But I just take 1 cup of raw soaked almonds. I soaked them in water overnight, covered them, left them on the counter, or put them in the fridge just overnight, 6 to 8 hours at the minimum, and then just rinse them, drain them, and you have soaked raw almonds. Add 3 cups of water, so I'll just put that there, and blend it up. If you don't have a high-powered mixer or blender like the Vitamix, you can just use a regular blender or even one of those hand-powered mixers as well. Just make sure the almonds are really chopped up. I'll just go ahead and blend that. Okay, just takes a couple of seconds. I've already got a little bit started here, but the almonds you're just going to want to squeeze them out of the milk. So I use a piece of cheesecloth just draped over a metal strainer like this one, more for support than anything else. You can use it, but you're going to want to squeeze the almonds. So I like cheesecloth, J-cloth, something like that. Even one of those antibacterial dishcloths work really well. I like mine unsweetened, but you're more than welcome to sweeten it. You can do so with unpasteurized honey or blend some dates in there as well. And then just strain it out. Or you can blend it in afterwards, whichever is easier for you. I like mine unsweetened because then I can sweeten it to whatever recipe I'm using or put it in my coffee. I like unsweetened almond milk in my coffee. There we go. And this isn't going to be runny, liquidy almond milk. It's going to be rich and thick and creamy. Very delicious. And just strain it out. You're going to want to squeeze it pretty good. And afterwards, to bring out the flavor, you can add a bit of vanilla extract or a bit of salt as well. Salt really brings out the flavor. Just a little bit. Add a little bit at a time because you can't take away. You can always add a little bit more, but it's hard to take away once you've added too much. Don't throw this almond meal out either. Once you've got it nice and wrung out, nice and dry, well, as dry as you're going to get it until you get tired. You're going to want to put it on parchment lined, or if you have a really good baking sheet, you can just use that without parchment paper. Just dry it out in the oven. You don't need a dehydrator. Just use the oven on like a really low temperature, maybe 180, 170 degrees, pretty much as low as your oven will go. Just throw that in the oven on a parchment paper and dry it out. Mix it around every half an hour to an hour. It'll probably take, depending on how many almonds you've used, anywhere between 2 to 4 hours depending. Yeah, and you can use this in baking or any other recipes. A lot of people are on the paleo diet or using a lot of almond meal in their recipes, so this is a good replacement that you don't have to go buy store-bought. You can grind this into a flour, like once it's dry, just grind it up. You can use your blender again if you want, or in a food processor, or even just a coffee grinder. Just grind it up and you can use that. Now, if you're not going to go through, I like to make my almond milk in really big batches, and if you don't feel like you're going to go through it all, just freeze it. I just freeze it and throw it in my smoothies, or just take a couple of cubes out. I actually freeze it in either ice cube trays or muffin tins, so those work really well. Yeah, keep an eye out for some recipes using almond milk, and hopefully use it more. There's lots more calcium in there than there is dairy, lots of minerals, good source of protein. Cheers!